We're the big soccer show here. Do you understand? When they move to the new stadium. Well, we're going to be out there. Exactly. Time to figure out Hugo, Kuipers, or Cyphers. We're going to find out. You know why? Because we're going to be shaking hands up there on the fire. You and I. We are going to be the soccer show around here. You know that, right? Yeah, you told me. And so when I say goes, you're going to be with me. So we're going to figure out who this team is. We're going to enjoy the spoils of the new stadium. Okay. Sitting in the box. Let me know when it's done. Sooner than the Bears, apparently. Or the Whites. Yeah, so we'll be there. We'll have any captain Jacobs. But I think Nico Horner's number one on that list. First. We'll scratch a piece of paper, as Dad used to say. Scratch a piece of paper or the back of the envelope and start writing your 10 there. I'm going to write on my newspaper. Why did Dad always write his notes in the back of the book? I don't know. Remember, Dave used to just find anything on the back of the envelope. Give me that comment while Edison. I'll give me the Illinois Bell pen. We can just, no, that's fine. Hey, it's a little thick here. He would just write his notes on there. Right. What? I can give you some paper. Lila, why is the bill so thick? A lot of toll calls this month. Well, Marshall, I don't want to hear it. Department! Shay, what else do we have? Last year, it took PCA 18 games to hit his first home run. After the dam broke, he hit 23 more in just 2 months. This year, he had 1 home run through 29 games, and then out of nowhere, the last 2 days, hits a homer in consecutive days. Shot or no shot? PCA is finally heating up. That's a shot. Yeah, that's an absolute shot, but it's actually not finally. I read you the numbers. He's hitting almost 300 the last 15 days. And he's hitting well over 300 with men in scoring position. So, his power is starting to show up again. That's a different topic, but yeah, shot. When you say that, Shay, cool. I may have said mom. Now he's going to go the other way because you said that you're the cooler. And now he's going to struggle. That's what you just said. God bless. Tell him good luck with that take. Good luck with that take. I don't know if you heard him. He told me to tell you, good luck with that take. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, he's just the point-to-point communication. He's just going to talk to you for the rest of the day. He told me to tell you, hey, good luck with that take. He feels like Pete Armstrong, and I feel like it as well, that he's starting to heat up. And again, the positive, Cappy, give me all the numbers. The walks matter. Because now, if you're walking, especially against lefties, like, oh, he's got an eye. He smiled after one walk he had. He kind of looked into the dugout like, ball 4. How about that? Yeah, that's the game, kid. You don't have to swing out of your ass for everything. Get the pitch that you want and then drive it. Tell him what Sutcliffe was saying. Okay? I would crush him Sutcliffe in that series. Yeah, he's great. I love Sutcliffe. I told you, it feels like the Cub broadcast when you get a former Cub in there. There's no shot at Deshaies. What I'm saying is that Sutcliffe feels it. He says we and us when he talks about the Cubs. That's a different feel. It doesn't have that quasi-national feel sometimes, that Cub broadcast. But with Sutcliffe in there, we and us, and gets on the Cubs and is honest. Doesn't mind, taking a shot at the Cubs or a player when they underachieve or do something wrong. JD's been here so long that I actually think of JD as not a Cubs pitcher, but as a Cubs guy. I do. He is a Cubs announcer, yes. I feel like he's one of us. I do. Yeah? Yeah. I haven't heard we or us. It's personal to Sutcliffe. It's personal. Well, yeah, because he pitched here. Yeah. But, yeah, I think of JD as a Cub. He's been here since Len. Len was the one that brought him to Chicago. Yes. Same Deshaies that you booed when he was an Astro. Oh, probably. That's the problem. You strike people out. He was crafty. He was. Go ahead, Shay.
All right, the NBA has unveiled new lottery plans. They're reportedly finalizing this plan. It isn't official yet. When I read about it, I thought it was dumb. But then yesterday, some graphics came up displaying exactly how it would work. Again, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I have the graphic up for you so you can see this. Essentially, the 3 worst teams will get dinged on the number of lottery balls that they receive. So there will only be about a 17% chance that one of the 3 worst teams gets the number 1 pick, while there's a greater than 50% chance the 4th through 10th worst teams do get the number 1 pick, which to me feels outrageous, because what if you're just bad? Like in this world, a team like the Pistons, which got the 1 seed this year and had been terrible for years before, would not be able to get the players that they got. And I just, frankly, shot or no shot, this will not stop tanking.
That's a shot.
That's a shot, yes.
100%. There are still teams that are going to go, we're unplugging it. We're not spending good money after bad.
You know what, Shay? Watching the league as closely as I do, I'm trying to identify the team that's just bad or bad luck. I know the Jazz and the Kings and the Wizards, Brooklyn, for sure, were losing on purpose. They're trying to tank, for sure. Dallas, dealing with injuries. They're not trying. They want to have a successful season, but dealing with injuries. Maybe I'm circling the Pelicans for the majority of the season, just bad. I can circle them. I'm looking at a Pacer team that's banged up because of Halliburton, so they tank to try to get a better ping pong ball and get better in free agency. They'll be in the playoffs next year. But I'm circling like maybe New Orleans as a team that's just bad. I don't know about the rest of these teams tank on purpose. I see it every night.
Oh.
Late, but
They unplugged it late.
Yeah.
They should have unplugged it 2 years ago.
So, well, I guess my point is that, you know, either way, there's going to be teams that's going to tank. No matter what the NBA says, they're going to try to get the opportunity to get the number 1 pick. You want to flatten out the draft, it doesn't matter. Teams are still going to tank.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, they keep doing all this anti-tanking stuff, and teams still tank. So you're not fixing the problem. At what point do we either just abolish the lottery and embrace the tank? Teams are going to do it whether we try to stop it or not. So just whatever, fine. You get the number 1 pick if you're the worst team. You could implement a rule even. You can't have a top 5 pick in consecutive seasons, though. Major League Baseball does that. So if you're the worst team in the league in consecutive years, you get the number 1 pick 1 year, but the following season, if you're in a
Market, if you're in a small market, you can't.
Understood, but I'm saying, like, if the NBA really wants to put a stop to this while also embracing the fact they can't stop this, because realistically to me, the only solution is convince players that they need to play every night, which would mean shorten the season. They're never going to do that. So just embrace it. You can't get rid of it. They're always going to do this.
Probably fair.
Sounds like a Major League Baseball where you can identify teams that are just bad. They're not trying to lose on purpose, they're just bad. In the NBA back in the day, we would just say, well, that's just poorly run, man. Just bad owner. Like the Clippers for years, remember?
Yeah, with John Sterling.
Just bad.
Or, who was the Cavs? Ted Stepien, the owner? They had to put a rule in called the Ted Stepien rule.
It is true.
You couldn't trade, like, 3 years of number 1 picks.
You can't trade first-round picks in consecutive seasons.
Yeah, but
Because he would just trade them.
a number of these teams I can identify that I see, Cap, in the regular season, they were losing on purpose. About half dozen, 17, did on purpose. I think the Pelicans are just bad. It's bad. They have not enough talent. But the rest of those teams are going to do what they do.
Right, like, what are you telling the Pacers? Their best player's gone. They're not going to have him for the season. It completely changes the look of their offense. They are not a good team without it. And they have a terrible year. And you're telling them, oh, well, sorry about your bad luck, but you are going to have a very terrible chance at getting a top 3 pick.
Yeah, I would say the same thing for the Mavericks, too. Right? You're out with, Kyrie Irving a lot. You had Cooper Flag injuries here or there, Derek Lively, P.J. Washington. You know, they weren't trying to play. They're just bad. Klay Thompson. It just didn't work. But it's like, it's the NBA. It's what you expect, Shay. They're just throwing darts. So they're doing, just throwing darts, just trying to figure out what can stick, what can work.
I've said just
Throwing darts.
they just keep throwing more at the problem. And the more that we throw at these things, then the more it'll be fixed. And it just gets more mucked up and worse.
Fair?
Please don't call the commissioner.
Excuse me, is Adam Silver in there? And this dude that works on some NBA radio, Jonathan Hood, complete jag to you this morning on the radio on ESPN Chicago.
I like the logo of Jerry West on one of my checks. So please don't tell
The
him.
logo, oh, they do have the little NBA icon.
Just please don't tell him, Mr. Silver.
Mr. Silver, do you know what you're spending to pay this dude?
But I agree with Shay, though. Shay and I agree. That's the whole thing. Again, it's a commissioner that's drowning at this point in time, just looking for ideas. And put it this way, Shay. What's the difference between Goodell and Silver? Goodell he's not your friend. He's not trying to be your friend. He's not trying to be 50-50 with you. He doesn't work for you. He doesn't. He makes it very clear. He doesn't work for you. And Silver, on the other hand, he loves the dap up. Loves the hug. Chasing the hug.
That's true.
That's not how you do business. It's just not how you do it. And that's the difference between the two. Goodell is a killer. And Silver just wants to be aligned with you. And that's the problem. We get you ready for Around the NFL next on Cap and J Hood.
Cap and J Hood, morning 6 to 9. ESPN Chicago. Bears. Bears Weekly. Host Jeff Chiliak and Tom Thayer take you inside with the latest news and the best interviews. Bears Weekly, tonight at 6 on ESPN Chicago and the ESPN Chicago app.
In my home right now, it feels like one day we're blasting the AC and the next day we're turning up the heat. But one thing Mindy and I never have to worry about is if our HVAC system is going to work. That's because we had our system checked this spring by my guys at Automatic. Ivan came to the house. That dude is just a rock star. Reach out to Automatic and they help your home or business stay ahead. Maintenance, repairs, or full system upgrade if you need it. Make the smart move, the move we made. Call Automatic or visit Automatic.com. You're ready for the constant changes. That is ATOmatic.com. Tell Cap and Mindy sent you.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final flat when you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line. Competition isn't that friendly. Your trash talk, next level, and the stakes. Those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Celebration 25 as a Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey golfers, it's Sylvie. I've been telling you about the Sanctuary Golf Course in New Lenox for years. And this summer they're celebrating their 30th season. I'm proud to endorse one of the best golf experiences in Chicagoland. The Sanctuary features 18 holes of great golf with outstanding course conditions, plus a covered heated range with top tracer technology. So you can practice and play year-round. Check out golfsanctuary.com for the best rates and book your tee time today. That's golfsanctuary.com.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Desire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates. When making a big decision, I believe in doing your homework and working with people you trust. That's exactly what you'll find at Advantage Buick GMC in Hotchkiss. No pressure, just clear communication every step of the way. Visit Advantage Buick GMC in Hotchkiss. We are professional grade.
If you missed something, get the podcast on the ESPN Chicago app. Jeff and Jay Hood are back on Chicago's home for sports, ESPN Chicago.
Nick Foles sucks. He sucks. I'm just a fan. I'm not a football evaluator.
I love the Green Bay Packers.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. I want winners. He starts the gun and he pulls it.
This is a really thickly built guy.
I mean, what's Ashley looking for on these things here?
It's time to go around the National Football League here on the Cap and J Hood Morning Show. Here's Shay Norling. Shay?
I want to start with the 2027 draft. I know that sounds crazy to people. We just did the 2026 draft. But I keep looking at people evaluating whether or not next year's draft is actually better. Okay. And the thing I find stunning, Hoodie, people still believe that there is going to be a race to the bottom for Arch Manning.
Race to the bottom. Explain that.
So tanking in the NFL, the bad teams that don't have quarterbacks, like one we're going to talk about in a moment, who made or there's a report about a rather stunning potential QB1. But people seem to believe that the march for Arch, as it were, is still on. Despite Arch Manning playing, bad all of last year, he still seems to be viewed as the number one quarterback. And it's got to just be name value, right?
That's right.
There's no meat on the bone here.
That's right. It's a name that you know because his last name's Manning. And so if you want to race to the bottom and tank for Manning, what was the phrase about Arch?
March for Arch.
March for Arch, right? Okay, you could do that, but I don't know if that he's going to be the best quarterback coming out of this upcoming draft. It's a name that you know, but I don't know if he's going to be the best. I have no idea.
It's got to be a better quarterback class than we saw this year.
Well, a lot of quarterbacks that were supposed to be in this class will be in next year's class. You got like Dante Moore out of Oregon. Arch Manning's one of them. C.J. Carr wasn't going to be in this class, but will be in next year's the Notre Dame quarterback. So people assume there will be multiple quarterbacks taken in the top 10 because guys they expected to go pro didn't. But I can't. Like, did we not all watch Arch Manning?
He was not super impressive to me athletically.
If I told you today, Julian Sayin or Arch Manning, who's going number one next year?
Julian Sayin.
And I don't know that Sayin goes one, but I'm just making the point. If we're talking about this a year early, as if the situation's unchanged and the play we saw on the field doesn't matter. It just annoys me.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how hard he's worked in the off-season and what he looks like physically. I just wasn't impressed with his athleticism.
But he's a young guy that can develop, though.
No question. That's why I want to see how hard he works.
He's got that bloodline.
Is he entitled because his last name is Manning? Or does he lock in and you go, whoa, that guy's yoked?
We watched him against Georgia, right? This past year? What was that, Shay?
Well, I know. Did he play Georgia? I know we watched him against Ohio State the first game of the year, and he didn't play very well.
He was terrible.
Just young and just...
Did you guys beat them last year or lose?
Well, I know 2 years ago, honest to God, I can't remember Texas, Georgia last year, but I know 2 years ago was the game where they pulled